You can now support Bunch of Amateurs on Patreon. By signing up, you'll be helping us to continue making the show, and in return, you'll get behind-the-scenes access, including video diaries, director commentaries, and uncut interviews. Follow the link in the description for more details.
Come on, Rangers! Come on,
They missed the whole game.
The time has come for a cup run. In the season prior to this, Cholwood won the treble, so while they sit atop the Mid-Sussex Premier Division, they know it is but one of the 3 competitions they're aiming to win this season. And for Bunch of Amateurs, this is perfect, for the final of the County Cup is to be held at the home of the very club that features at the centre of our other series, Dorking Wanderers. To begin the journey to Meadowbank, Cholwood are first heading to Sutton. Sitting on the doorstep of the warm and welcoming Roundshaw estate is a series of fields that are home to Sutton Common Rovers. The wider club has many teams playing under their banner, but today we will concern ourselves with AFC Sutton Common Rovers, a side that competes in the second tier of the Surrey South East Combination League, where they currently reside in mid-table. They're part of a club with a glittering history who were first formed way back in 1978. Today, Rovers welcome a Cholwood side that hasn't lost in nearly 30 games. Sitting inside a labyrinthian changing room with oddly designed low walls, Barks and his side are gearing themselves up for a proper game of park football.
Alright boys, we're going to go out at 1 and we're going to go out and just stay out. So I don't know if you want to start getting shorts and socks on. We've got about 15 minutes. We're playing in the blue. Yeah, they play in yellow today, so blue kit, shorts and socks. I'll do a little bit in here. Obviously this is ridiculous to talk in here with these. Like Payne said, luckily it's locked and no one will ever think about going over the top of that if they want any of our stuff. So shorts and socks, I'll go through shirts and everything in a minute. We got about 15 minutes, take your time. We'll go and warm up, we'll stay out, do what we got to do and get out of here basically. All right, cheers boys.
With the pitch being around half a mile from the changing rooms, along with a lack of privacy in the small walled room, it forces a change of process for Barks and Mike, as they won't be able to bring the team back indoors for a final team talk.
The team's on the board. All right, a few people doing us a favour in different positions, but that's what we have is quality and people can play 2 or 3 positions. Justin in there, you've done it pre-season, I know you're not going to be happy, but you and Bailey can interchange, so when you go, Bailey can stop. Having really attacking fullbacks creates those overloads. Tomo on the other side, you've been brilliant there, Tomo, nipping in, winning the ball, doing a job, allowing Lippett, who should be here any minute, to go up top and be a target man in there. Midfield, Mike sitting, controlling that game. Hurd's in there in the engine room. Bailey growing all the time on the right side now, so no hesitation on that side, whipping that ball in, striking across goal. Jamie's back in. Jamie, missed you 4 games. Let's show how much you missed football today, all right, for 90 minutes out there. Payne in the role, joining in with Lippett. Third man running in beyond. Okay, and I won't talk about Lippett because he's not here. Tyler's back in the fold. Welcome back, Ty. And Davey begrudgingly's back in the fold. Welcome back, Ben. External factors. This, out there. Coming here to the estate on a boggy pitch. Then the wind. Everything is outside of what we can control today. Everything we can control is within us, our own effort, and our ability to adapt. Now, if we're going to win this cup, which I plan on doing, we're going to have to come to places like this. And if we're going to win a league, we're going to have to come to places like this as well. So let's show a different side of our game today. Let's show our ability to mix it, ability to hit areas, ability to get the ball in the box, finish moves all the time, and have a bit of togetherness. All right, boys? Okay, we're going to warm up out on the pitch. We're going to go straight out and stay out together when you're ready. This is a different test today, isn't it? You know, this is have the fortitude and mental strength to deal with that. You know, anyone go out and play on a 4G or a carpet at home, when you've got to come here, hello, you've got to do it, haven't you? You know, and it's about adapting. So we rolled out 12. Tyler has come back, hasn't trained at all, from a broken rib, and Ben's knee's not great, and Lewis is starting and he's not great as well with his Achilles. So there's a few people there going above and beyond. But what I liked, I didn't tell them they were playing in different positions today, and nobody moaned. You know, Tom's centre mid, he's playing left back. Justin's right wing, he's playing right back. That's what I like. They might be out there moaning now, but they accept it in here, and they accept that they're part of a bigger picture really, and they're all kind of built into that philosophy that they will do things like that and play out of position for the greater good, which is nice, you know. Like I say, they're probably effing and jeffing out there right now, but in here they accepted it, which I think is a good sign. Hey! How we doing?
This is nice, isn't it?
Just get changed in here, mate. Yeah, lovely.
What is the team?
Moving people around. So Tomo's sitting in for you.
Yeah.
We got a good team, to be fair. Justin's sitting in at right back.
This is right back.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Don't know. I haven't asked him. Everyone's had to adapt today, mate, haven't they?
Is that them not warming up or just fair?
Yeah.
For Charlwood, AFC Rovers are an unknown quantity. They seem to have a large pool of players to choose from, and the home side will be well aware of the run Charlwood are on.
External factors. Forget about them. Internal, your effort. The warm-up's been first class, by the way. The attitude application been absolutely first class. Internal, what can I control today? My effort, my performance. Let's get after it. County Cup, boys, come on. Let's go then, get us going. Keep it all going, Dino. Hold, don't overcommit. Shuffling over. Jay, cut the line. Cut the line. Hold lips, don't overcommit. Hold her, Adam, well done. Shuffling over. Shuffling over.
When clubs reach a certain level, they're obliged to provide facilities, such as dugouts and benches. While Charlwood can rely on benches already in situ at the Rec, Rovers offer a Crystal Maze style affair in which the challenge is to figure out how a plastic bench unfolds, and the reward is to sit awkwardly on it for at least an hour.
Oh my God, state you two. Was it primary school?
On the pitch, Charlwood are a tad more convincing, although they are having more trouble dealing with long grass and bobbles.
Brilliant, Hurd. Drive, Jamie, man on behind now. Big switch, go on, hit lips. Still involved, Jay. Don't stop, Jay. You're still involved, Jamie. Jamie, join in. Well done, Jay. Well done, Hurd. Good start, Charlwood. Play in. Shuffle across. Shuffle over. Well done, Mike. Well done, Mike again. Keep the ball for us, Mike. You're in, Bailey. Drive to goal, Bailey.
7 minutes in, Mike Smith's diagonal ball rips open the Sutton defence. Bailey Rumbelow then crosses, and Stephen Payne hits the ball unfeasibly hard from point blank range.
Mike, good knock, Mikey. Well done, son.
Bailey!
Just hold, boys. Just hold. Don't overcommit. Don't overcommit. We'll go on this one. Here we are. Well done. Rolling, Steve, gently. Keep the whip here, Jay. Keep the whip. We'll get it in a minute and pivot out. Keep the whip, Jay.
Rovers are now very much aware of what they're up against, and when they do come forward, it's far too tentative to offer a real threat to the away side's defence.
No shot, no shot!
At times it seems the home side's best chance is that the easily bemused referee will somehow come to their rescue.
What's the line, Jay? Good ball, lip it. You're 1v1, Jamie. We'll play on there. Well done, boys. Press together. Stay with the ball. Pressure on the ball. Pressure on the ball. Well done, Herds. Feet here. Feet here.
The referee very much saves them when Jamie Liddell apparently cheats by putting his body inside the grip of a defender and forcing the defender to throw him to the ground.
Oh my God! He's taekwondoed him. He's taekwondoed him in a corner.
While the match official is troubling the away side, the home side can't contend with Mike Smith in the middle of the park.
Brilliant, Mike. Is that a nibble, ref? Shots, Mike. Oh, the bobble of death. Unlucky.
Rovers are saved by the bobble of death on that occasion, but the next time Charlwood come forward, it's the goalkeeper who saves the day.
Oh.
20 minutes into the game and Rovers finally get into the Charlwood box, but the shock of this outcome is too much for the striker to bear and Lewis Forsdick clears.
Brilliant, Lou. Drive, Tomo, take the space. Can we get a cross in? Can we get a cross in?
Charlwood continue to attack down the flanks, and Mike Smith does what Charlwood do better than any other team on the planet: hit the post.
What a strike, Mike.
Stand-in striker Adam Lippett then puts the chance wide.
That was like an arrow. done, Painey. And Jay, strike Mike. Well done, Mike.
Possibly aware that Chol would love to hit the woodwork, goalkeeper Brandon Farley does his best to help them out.
Stand there cheering, Painey. Yeah, I mean, look at the state of his Barnet, boys. You know, he's gone and got that done professionally, so don't worry about that. We've hit the post, you know, we stick those away. It's a different story and a different feeling now. I can't fault that, really. Some of you have been outstanding out there. You haven't moaned, you haven't complained, you've dealt with it. Well, on top of the conditions, on top of everything else, we've got an official and a cheating lino. So what? Throw that at us as well. We're fractions from having an amazing half-time team talk here, where I'm saying, well, we're proud and we're buzzing, purely because we haven't taken a couple of chances. My worry is, it's still close, they're still probing. Every time we don't finish that move, every time we don't have a shot at goal, the counter-attack is going to be dangerous. The boys at the back are working their socks off. Justin superb, sitting there right back, tremendous. Bailey, keep getting at them, and Jamie as well. I really want us to get outside of them a bit more, but we just hesitate, like Mike says, when we go to fire it, we just delay it. So we've got to be ruthless in that final third. But the build-up play, the work rate, everything, you've been class, boys. We can't fault you. But don't do that 45. Go out now, half the job done, and sit back. We've given them hope. There's different ways to take responsibility in a game. To smash someone, yeah. But to use that ball and to take those shots and to deliver that ball, there's a responsibility on that because we expect quality. First 5-10 minutes, let's really start like it's the last 5-10 and get after them, all right? Come on.
Come on, boy.
Get after them for 5-10.
The manager requests action down the wing and Jamie Liddell
Brilliant,
provides it. Adam Lippett's effort hits the bar and Stephen Payne does what he did in the first half, smashes the ball into the back of the net like an overexcited toddler.
At least you didn't celebrate that one before he went in. Oh, follow it up, Painey! Jamie! Brilliant! Brilliant, mate! Can we get a cross in? Can we get a cross in? Jamie, join in! Jamie!
Chol immediately go in search of a third.
No turn, no turn, no turn! Well done, Bailey! Well worked, Jamie! Silly though. It is a foul, it is a foul.
When Jamie Liddell gives a free kick away 25 yards out, it gives Rovers a way back into the game. The Sutton number 7 lines the free kick up like Cristiano Ronaldo. The lad delivers what will inevitably become our favourite free kick of all time. At the other end, Jamie Liddell pounces on the worst pass since Blockbuster Video said they didn't want to buy Netflix. As the keeper rightly points out, Jamie was already going down and slipping on the bobbly pitch. Still, if the ref's giving the foul, he has to send the keeper off, which he doesn't. Jamie's free kick is easily saved, but unlike the Rovers' effort, remains in the same postal code. On the hour mark, Bailey, Payne and Mike hound Rovers into another error, but this one will prove fatal. Manny Atakpar is the man caught in possession, and Bailey bears down on goal before playing a trick shot off the defender's toe. It's a bitter blow for a Sutton team that refused to give up or score. The referee's decisions are beginning to confound both teams. This Zlatan Ibrahimovic style kung fu backheel proves too outlandish for the official, leading to yet another free kick. Tom Tennant nearly puts Jamie Liddell's cross away, only for Brandon Farley to save smartly, dislocating his shoulder in the process.
Physio! Guys!
It's a sad end for arguably the best player in a Rovers shirt, and oddly, Brandon is Barks' pupil at school. It certainly gives John Barnes on the Sutton bench something to think about. As the clock ticks down, Rovers finally put an impressive move together and create their first chance of the game, forcing a close-range save from Zach Rice. And in a game that featured nary a bad challenge, Dean Richmond somehow contrives to accidentally 2-foot stamp a man who has just been beaten by 3-0 in the freezing cold October rain. Nice one, Dean. In the final moments, there's one last laugh to be had from the worst decision maker to have never worked for Blockbuster Video. The referee somehow ignoring a handball seen by every person with a pair of eyes, and possibly even one person without.
This ref, mate.
When the referee finally calls time on the game, not a soul involved wishes it would last a moment longer.
Well played, young man. Came on. Well done, mate. Cheers. Well played, fella. Take care, mate. Justin, new right back. Don't tell me. Oh, all right, Aaron. Didn't see you there.
He lost his fucking mind. Would you give
No,
the keeper
no.
yellow?
What are we paying money for? I don't know what he's talking about.
Boys, listen, tough day out there, freezing cold, horrible conditions, but a job done. And it takes a decent side, a top team to have the resilience, to have the professionalism to go out and still do a job, all right? So well done today. Everyone worked really hard. It was difficult to get our own game going, but for most of it, we played our game. We took our game to them. They weren't as bad a side as I think we probably thought they were going to be, but we got the job done and we roll on further towards Dorking. All right, boys? Well done.
Yeah, boys, just from me, a number of things today. I didn't really tell people they were going to play out of position, so that's the first time they heard. There was no reaction, there was no mutterings, there was just, I'm going to do a job for a team. Respect to all those lads. There was no moaning about the weather, about the pitch. From the warm-up was class all the way through. The attitude was superb. And that's why we've got something special, because you took all those external factors, you concentrated on what you could control, and you thoroughly deserve that, boys. You played very, very well in difficult conditions. We could have been 2-3 up at half time. It was elements of frustration, but the second half you turned the screw. Boys, next round, the road to Wanderers, where you all deserve to be playing this season, continues. Get in there, well done. We're going to have a shower now, and then we're going to go to the Ferris in Merston for one on the way back. Yeah? Mike's getting around him.
With the Bunch of Amateurs crew cold, wet and unaware that this would become an episode on a YouTube channel, we declined hanging around for interviews, and thus this episode ends rather abruptly. But the cup competition will return. Bunch of Amateurs is now on Patreon, so if you want us to keep going, give us some support and we'll give you some behind the scenes footage.